Hello, members. Welcome back to Celebrity Diary Tarot. Today, I'm going to look into the BTS remaining weekly reading from Friday to Sunday. As always, don't take it offensively. This is just an energy reading. And remember, energy changes from time to time. Take it more for entertainment purposes only. If you like the reading, you can like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'd also love to hear your views, so you can comment it down below. Thank you so much for being here. So let's begin with Jungkook's energy for the next 3 days. The cards that came out for him are King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Page of Wands, Five of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. All right, so what do these cards show for him? For the next 3 days, Jungkook seems to be very much in his emotions. The King of Cups tells me that he is really feeling things deeply, almost to the point where he wants to open up and express his feelings to someone. There's this energy of emotional maturity, like he knows what he feels, but he's holding back just a little. It's almost as if he's saying to himself, "Yes, I know my emotions, but let me wait until the right moment comes." That's where the Seven of Pentacles comes in. This card shows waiting, patience, investing time before acting. He may be waiting for some kind of confirmation or maybe for the right timing before he takes that emotional step forward. It's like he's planting seeds and waiting to see if they're ready to grow. Now, when that confirmation does arrive, because I see he's looking forward to something, he's going to feel very good. The Six of Wands is about victory, success, recognition. This shows that Jungkook is going to achieve success in something he's been working hard on, something he's put his energy into. This could be work-related, something creative, or even a personal situation. Whatever it is, he's going to feel very proud and celebrated for it. And then we also have the Page of Wands, which brings a burst of youthful, exciting, and adventurous energy. This tells me that once he feels that success, once he gets that moment of recognition or confirmation, he's going to be so energetic, so ready to express himself openly. He'll want to share his joy, not just privately, but also in front of people. Now, when I say publicly, I don't only mean to his fans. This could also mean to the people around him in his circle. Close ones, trusted ones. He'll be expressing himself openly without hesitation. Almost like, yes, this is how I feel. This is what I want, and I'm not going to hold back right now. At the same time, there's this possibility with the Page of Wands that he might even take a small trip or go somewhere that really makes him feel good. This is about following the heart, following passion, and just doing something that excites him. But let's pause here, because there's also a challenge showing up, and that's the Five of Cups. This is the card of disappointment, sadness, and regret. Over these 3 days, Jungkook might find himself feeling a little down or emotionally conflicted. It could be because of something that doesn't go the way he hoped, or maybe a memory or thought that brings disappointment. It's almost like his emotions are all over the place. He's high one moment, celebrating, and then in another moment, he's reflecting on something that makes him feel upset. But here's the thing about the Five of Cups. It's really about perspective. He might be focusing on the hurt or on what's lost, without noticing that there are still other opportunities and positive things right behind him. So the disappointment isn't permanent. It's more about where he chooses to put his focus. Now, what's very interesting is the Empress card at the bottom of the deck. This card represents love, nurturing, beauty, and also a strong feminine energy. In Jungkook's reading, it feels like this Empress is a person on his mind, possibly a love interest. This is someone who brings him inspiration, someone who feels like a muse, someone who stays in the background of his thoughts, no matter what else he's doing. So when we combine all of this, on one side, we see him emotional, wanting to express his feelings, waiting for the right time. On another side, we see him gaining success in something he's been working on and feeling very recognized for it. Then we also see this shift of mood, excitement, and energy with the Page of Wands, but also the emotional conflict of the Five of Cups. And finally, in the background of it all, there's this Empress energy, someone who represents his deeper feelings. I feel this is someone he's been dealing with from long, because if we reflect on past readings, I feel that person is Empress. Now, will he express those feelings openly to her? That's a little tricky. The cards suggest he might show some hints. The Page of Wands energy is playful, curious, sometimes flirty. So he could send out a little message, a little sign, almost like teasing or testing the waters. It won't be something very serious or fully opening his heart. Even though deep inside, he may have very deep feelings. So what he shows on the outside may just be a small part of what he truly feels inside. So overall, for the next 3 days, Jungkook's energy looks like a mix. He's emotional and reflective. He's waiting for confirmation, but ready to take action when he gets it. He's achieving success and recognition in something he's been working hard on. He may even go somewhere his heart wants to be, but he'll also face a little emotional disappointment, something that makes him feel conflicted. And throughout it all, there's someone in his heart, the Empress, who he thinks about in the background, and he may give a little sign or playful expression toward her. That's the overall energy I see for Jungkook from Friday to Sunday. So next is V. Let's get started with V. The cards we have for V are Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, World, Justice, and bottom of the deck is Star. Now, when I look at these cards, the first energy that really stands out is the Ten of Swords. This is a strong message that something is ending in V's life in these next 3 days. It looks like a chapter is closing. It could be something that he has been holding on to for quite some time, maybe a situation, maybe a cycle, maybe even something emotionally painful that has reached its peak. The Ten of Swords usually means final ending. So this isn't something small. It's more like, I've had enough, I'm closing this chapter. But the beauty here is that right after the Ten of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups, and this is such a refreshing energy. It's like he's closing one door and another door immediately opens up for him. Something new is coming in, and it's fresh, emotional, and full of hope. The Ace of Cups is like a new emotional beginning. This could be related to self-love, new projects that emotionally fulfill him, or even a new connection where he feels emotionally renewed. So, in the next 3 days, after a difficult closure, there's this burst of new energy coming in. But the beauty here is that right after the Ten of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups, and this is such a refreshing energy. It's like he's closing one door and another door immediately opens up for him. Something new is coming in, and it's fresh, emotional, and full of hope. The Ace of Cups is like a new emotional beginning. This could be related to self-love, new projects that emotionally fulfill him, or even a new connection where he feels emotionally renewed. So, in the next 3 days, after a difficult closure, there's this burst of new energy coming in. Then we see the World card, and wow, This really ties everything together. With the Ten of Swords plus the World card, it's clear that V is closing an old cycle. Something has come full circle in his life. He's reached a completion point. And the world always brings success, a sense of accomplishment, and starting fresh with a whole new perspective. So the message is, something ends and something brand new begins, giving him a chance to step into a new chapter with confidence. Next, we have the Justice card. Now, this is interesting. This could show that V might be legally involved in something. It could be related to contracts, a court case, or something official. Whatever this is, justice is being served in his favor. Things will balance out for him. So if there has been a struggle, the next 3 days will bring fairness, truth, and a sense of things going his way. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Star card. This is such a beautiful energy. The Star tells me that he is hopeful, he's healing, and he's looking forward to the future. It's like, I'm letting go of the past, I'm opening myself to healing, and I'm ready for something new. So even though the Ten of Swords shows an ending that may have been heavy or painful, the Star is showing us that V is filled with hope, positivity, and emotional renewal. So overall, when I put these cards together, something in V's life is ending. A cycle, a chapter, maybe even something stressful. Right after that, a fresh beginning with the Ace of Cups is coming in. Emotional renewal, new opportunities. Even though there's competition or challenges with the Five of Wands, he will still succeed because the energy is meant for him. With the World card, there's definitely closure plus a successful completion. Justice is showing fairness, truth, and even legal matters going his way. And the Star confirms healing, hope, and a new positive outlook. So in the next 3 days, V's energy is shifting big time. Something is closing, but a hopeful, emotional, and healing new chapter is opening up for him. Now let's see about Jimin. The cards that came out for him are the Tower, Knight of Wands, Six of Wands, the Emperor, the Magician, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Hangman. The first card, the Tower, is very significant. This shows that Jimin is going through something that has shaken his world. And this energy seems to surround him in the next 3 days. Whatever has happened, it was unexpected, something that came out of nowhere and really shook him on an emotional and mental level. The Tower energy is never easy. It feels like the ground is shifting beneath your feet. But here's the important part. Although this situation is intense, Jimin is not going to let it break him. Moving to the Knight of Wands, this is where we see his response. He's facing the situation with courage and determination. Whatever this Tower moment is, instead of hiding or feeling defeated, he's charging forward with fiery energy. I feel like this connects strongly to whatever controversy or sudden event has happened recently around him. He might be facing criticism, rumors, or a challenge in his personal or professional space. But the Knight of Wands shows that he's tackling it head-on. He's saying, I'm not going to let this stop me. I know my direction and I'll keep moving. Next, we have the Six of Wands. This is a very positive card, especially after the Tower. It tells us that despite this sudden shakeup, Jimin will come out victorious. There is recognition coming his way. Public recognition, admiration, success. In the next 3 days, he's receiving acknowledgement for his hard work and talent. This shows that even though there's turbulence, he's rising above it, and people will still look up to him. It's like he's proving himself even more strongly. Then we have the Emperor. This card shows Jimin sitting firmly in his power. He's not allowing external chaos to disturb his inner stability. The Emperor is all about authority, self-control, and structure. So, while the Tower shows disruption, the Emperor shows us that Jimin is regaining his control and holding his ground. He's not letting emotions overtake him. Instead, he's showing maturity, wisdom, and resilience. Next is the Magician. This is a very powerful card in this spread. It tells us that Jimin is channeling his energy into something creative, something that gives him a sense of mastery. The Magician is about creating reality, manifesting desires, and using talents to their fullest potential. So in the upcoming 3 days, he might be working on something major, perhaps a creative project, music, performance, or even personal goals that are meaningful to him. Whatever this is, it's something that will allow him to shine and express himself fully. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. This gives us the overall theme for his next 3 days. The Hanged Man is about taking a pause, seeing things from a new perspective, and reflecting. So even though he's charging forward with the Knight of Wands energy, he's also taking time to think deeply about everything that has happened so far. He's looking at situations differently, maybe even finding wisdom in the difficulties he's faced. It's like he's saying, yes, this shook me, but what lesson can I take from it? How can I turn this into growth? Altogether, this spread shows Jimin dealing with something heavy and unexpected, but he's not collapsing under the pressure. Instead, he's facing it with courage, focusing on his passions and channeling his energy into success. There's public recognition here, there's control and authority, and there's also deep reflection happening behind the scenes. So for the next 3 days, Jimin's energy is a mix of turbulence and triumph. He may face challenges, but he's also turning them into opportunities. He's staying in his power, working on something meaningful, and reflecting on his journey in a very positive way. Now let's see about RM. The cards that came out for him are Hanged Man, 4 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Sun, and bottom of the deck is Justice. So what I'm seeing here for RM in the next 3 days is that he's in deep thought. With the Hanged Man showing up as the first card, it tells me he's in a space where he is pausing, he is reflecting, he's observing everything from a different perspective. The Hanged Man is all about waiting energy, and I strongly feel RM is not rushing right now. He's taking a step back, thinking deeply about something. And then we have the 4 of Cups. This again shows me contemplation. He's emotionally pulled back, thinking about what's ahead of him, maybe even what he has missed out on before. The 4 of Cups is about that feeling of should I take this opportunity or should I wait? He's not rushing into grabbing things blindly. He's really asking himself, what if I do this? What if I make a change in this project? What will be the result? So definitely, there's something very important in front of him right now, most likely related to his career, a project he's been invested in, and he's really taking time to analyze it. The 7 of Pentacles makes that very clear. This card is always about waiting, about planting the seeds, and then waiting for the results to show. So together with Hanged Man, 4 of Cups, and 7 of Pentacles, all 3 cards are showing me a strong waiting energy for RM in these days. It feels like he has already put in effort, maybe for months or even longer, and now he is just standing there, waiting to see if it will pay off. This is why he's analyzing so deeply, because he wants to put more effort, but this time he wants to be smarter about it. He's looking back at his past experiences, the things that worked for him before, and the things that didn't, and he wants to use that wisdom before taking the next step. Now, what he's waiting on could also be something connected to his past, maybe an old project or even some legal matter, because justice is here at the bottom of the deck. This gives me a strong feeling that there's something official, something legal, or at least something that requires fairness and balance that he is waiting for clarity on. He hasn't got the final result yet, and that's why there's this heavy waiting energy. The Nine of Swords shows up next, and this tells me how stressful this waiting period has been for him. It's not just casual waiting, like, okay, I'll wait and see. No, this is intense waiting that is keeping him up at night. He's overthinking. He's having sleepless nights. His mind is running with too many what-ifs. Like, what if it doesn't happen? What if I fail? What if this decision goes against me? He's stressing himself out so much that it's affecting his peace. But then, in the middle of all this stress, the sun comes out, and that's a major arcana which changes everything. The sun is one of the most positive cards in the deck. It tells me that after all this waiting, overthinking, and sleepless nights, finally, in the next 3 days, some positive news is coming for him. The sun is clarity, success, joy, happiness, and freedom. It shows that whatever he was waiting on, whether it's that project or even a legal matter, he's going to receive good news. Justice will be served. So yes, even though the stress is heavy, even though the waiting feels endless, the end result is positive. He's going to be happy, and things will move in his favor. Justice at the bottom of the deck confirms this again. Balance will be restored, fairness will come, and truth will come out on his side. Also, with Justice and Sun together, I feel he might even be active on social media in the next few days. He may share his happiness openly, but at the same time, he might also express how stressful the past few days have been for him. Because this spread shows both the struggle and the victory, the sleepless nights, but also the joy of finally getting the result he was waiting for. So, to sum up RM's next 3 days, he is in deep reflection, waiting on something he has invested his efforts into, possibly something connected to the past or even a legal matter. This waiting is stressing him a lot, but in the end, he's going to get good news. The sun will bring clarity and success, and justice will be in his favor. He may also share both his stress and his happiness with others, maybe even with fans online, as a way of expressing himself and finding balance. That's what I see for RM for the next 3 days. Okay, let's see about J-Hope now. The cards that came out are King of Wands, Emperor, Page of Cups, Tower, Ten of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. So starting with this energy, in the next 3 days, J-Hope wants to take action towards something that has ended, or something that is on the verge of ending. With the King of Wands and Emperor together, this tells me he is feeling very confident, very powerful, like he has the authority to go after what he wants. He's ready to take a stand, ready to take a bold step. There is this strong masculine energy of determination in him right now. But as we move forward, I see that something unexpected may happen. We have the Tower card here. This shows me that there is going to be a sudden shakeup, something that he didn't really expect. And this unexpected situation may actually bring an ending, because right next to it, we have the Ten of Swords. This is a painful ending, something that feels heavy, something that makes him realize, okay, this part of my life is done. I cannot continue in the same way. Now, this could be in his personal life, or it could be in his professional life. The cards are not limiting it to one area, so it can go either way. But whatever this ending is, he is carrying it inside, privately. Outwardly, he may look strong, but inside, it's making him suffer. With the Moon at the bottom of the deck, it tells me he's not really showing this to people. He is keeping these emotions hidden. He doesn't want the world to see the depth of his pain, his confusion, or his disappointment. I'm also getting another scenario here. With the Page of Cups, I feel he might be having crush feelings towards someone. He is actually deeply attracted and passionate about this person. But when he shows it outwardly, he shows it only in small ways, like a little expression here and there, nothing too big. The Page of Cups is shy. It's like dipping a toe into emotional waters. So J-Hope might express his feelings a little bit, but unfortunately, I'm seeing that it could lead to some disappointment. Poor Hobie. It looks like in the next 3 days, he may try to take a step emotionally, but it won't go as he expects, and that will hurt him. The Ten of Swords again shows that he might feel rejected or feel like the chapter closed too soon. And when that happens, he will go into his emotions, a lot of sadness, sorrow, and disappointment. It's like the weight of both personal and professional stress combining together. So overall, for J-Hope in the next 3 days, I see 2 clear paths of energy. One is about taking action towards something that is already ending, and this will cause him private suffering even though he looks strong on the outside. The other is about his emotional, romantic side, crush feelings, attraction, passion. But when he expresses it, he doesn't get the outcome he hopes for, which leaves him sad and hurt. The Moon card, as the overall energy, is very important here. It means he will not openly show all of this to people. He will keep it private. He will let the world see only his confident, strong, emperor-like energy. But deep inside, there's confusion, disappointment, and sadness. He may even feel a little lost about what is real and what is illusion in this situation. So yes, these are the energies around J-Hope for the next 3 days. A mix of confidence, passion, unexpected endings, and hidden emotions. Let's see about Jin now. Let's see what the cards have to say for him. The cards that came out are 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Judgment, 4 of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. So starting with this energy, Jin wants reunion with someone. This could be someone in his friend circle, or it could be someone he feels very close to emotionally. With the 3 of Cups, the energy is very clear. He wants to come together. He wants to approach. He wants to reconnect. But instead of approaching, what is he doing? He is watching them from afar. The 9 of Wands shows me that his guards are up. He doesn't want to let them down. He is standing strong behind his walls, but at the same time, the 10 of Wands says this is becoming a burden. The more he tries to control his feelings, the heavier it feels for him. He is carrying all this passion, all this longing, and it's weighing him down. And honestly, with the Devil at the bottom of the deck, Jin is literally obsessed with this person. He cannot let go. He feels chained, attached, almost addicted to their energy. He keeps going back to their memories, thinking of the moments they shared, holding on to the connection even if he tries to act like he's not. Now, the Judgment card here is very important. It's like a final call from the universe. Jin, you have to make a decision now. It's time to take action. He feels this inner pull that it's time to reconnect, it's time to express. But again, with the 4 of Cups, instead of acting, he holds back. He sits in his emotions, overthinking, replaying the past, looking at what was lost, and not moving forward. So we have this push and pull energy. On one side, he wants reunion. He wants to reach out. He wants to reconnect. On the other, he is holding himself back, guarding his feelings, watching from a distance. This back and forth is making it very heavy on him emotionally. There's also a strong indication of physical attraction here. With the Devil energy, it's not just emotional, it's also very passionate. He feels tied to this person on that level, and it makes it even harder for him to release or move on. He's deeply connected, and no matter how much he tries to guard himself, the attraction keeps pulling him back. So overall for Jin, the energy is this. He's obsessed with someone he's deeply connected to, likely someone he shared joyful memories with in the past. He wants reunion. He wants to reconnect. But his fear and his guarded walls stop him from acting. At the same time, the burden of these suppressed feelings is only getting heavier. And the universe is pushing him with this judgment card. Like it's time, Jin. You need to make your move. But still, he's sitting in the Four of Cups, stuck in hesitation, replaying memories and letting the obsession grow stronger inside him. Let's see about Suga and what the cards are telling us for him. The cards we have are Ace of Cups, Magician, Eight of Swords, Five of Swords, Ace of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Cups. This is so beautiful, honestly. The energy here is all about love. What I see is that Suga wants to start something new, a fresh beginning by expressing his feelings for someone. With the Ace of Cups, this is pure emotion. It's that overflowing love, that desire to open up and let someone know how he truly feels. With the Magician, it shows he has the tools, the intention, and the strong willpower to actually make this happen. He is manifesting this new beginning in love, almost deciding in his heart that it's time to take action. But then the Eight of Swords comes in, and this tells me that he starts making the worst scenarios in his mind. It's like his thoughts trap him. He begins to feel, oh, I can't do this. I just can't. But this is only in his mind. It's self-imposed restriction, overthinking, fear of the unknown. The Five of Swords shows that despite this mental block, he will take action, but in a bit of a manipulative way. It's almost like, even if this hurts someone or creates conflict, I need to move forward because the mental pressure is too much. He feels like he cannot hold back anymore, so he'll move in whatever way he feels will get him closer to what he wants. But then comes the Ace of Swords, and this is the breakthrough. This is clarity, a new idea, a new way of thinking. Something will come in that helps him realize how he can act without hurting anyone, how to handle the situation with truth and honesty. This sword cuts through the confusion, and finally, he sees the right path. And with the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the outcome is so beautiful. This is harmony, emotional fulfillment, and happiness in love life. It's like after all the mental pressure, the fear, and the struggle, he finally gets to a place of emotional peace and connection. He'll find his happiness, his sense of togetherness, his ideal love energy. So for Suga, the message is clear. Love is here, love is growing, and even though his own mind tries to trap him with doubts, clarity is on the way. He will find a way to express himself and bring balance into his love life. So this was BTS Energy Update for next 3 days from tomorrow, Friday to Sunday. Take it as entertainment purpose only. I do put a lot of efforts to make readings. Please give likes, it gives me strength to do more. Thank you for watching till the end. Stay happy, stay blessed, see you in another reading.